Good morning. I've arrived in New Bedford, and this is around where 965 Purchase Street was, where the Hotel Plaza was located. As you know, this has been a really difficult one to find. I ended my tour a few weeks back in Westport at another Plaza hotel, but I always had the feeling that this wasn't the right one. And so through the help of Facebook, I was able to track down that it was located here around 965 Purchase Street. There is no longer a 965 Purchase Street. There was like an 1100 a little down and an 8 something. So I'm supposing it's around in this block. And in addition to the Hotel Plaza, there was a store here that was called the Outlook. And so that Output store, which I guess you could get lots of wedding presents from. And so my grandfather stayed here in June of 1929, and there were 4 letters. Sorry, all my papers are flying. There were 4 letters with this stationery, with this letterhead that you can see here. And some of the things that he said was, Dear Tina, on June 3rd, well, here I am in a New Bedford instead of Fall River, for Mr. Hall decided to clean up from the south and work towards Boston, and what he says goes. On June 4th, he said the weather has been sort of raw and chilly. How is it there in Boston? The same, I presume. I hope that we get some hot weather over the weekend so that we could go for a swim. On June 5th, he said, well, dear, tonight is the first night I've been able to go out, and Frank and I are going to see The Man I Love, which is playing at the State in this town, and I do plan on finding that theater in a minute. And June 6th, he said, if you remember rightly, he talked about why he had to, cars were a problem with him. He couldn't use the company car, and he had smashed up his father's car. But he said that beginning in September, he'll take a chance upon using the company's car, and he'll be very careful with it. He worked quite hard today, for he put in 3 large displays. One of those took me over 3 hours. The others a little over 2, besides making a few calls on several customers. And so he was here for a week, and he talked about this would be his last letter for the week because he'd be heading back. So anyway, it's exciting to actually be at the last stop, at the last place, across from the fire station. So we're signing off now.